Hey
Hey
everyone.
guys, welcome to another episode of our podcast.
How was your week, Catherine?
It's good. What did I do? I haven't been doing much, just kind of like recovering from all the holiday and New Year hubla. Just like taking
Mm-mm.
it easy, eating, still eating the leftover chocolate from the holidays. Like we have so much. It doesn't go away.
It doesn't go away.
It's always there.
It's always there.
What
Did you
else
get
did I do?
a lot of what kind of chocolates did you get?
Oh, so right now we have a box of the tofifi. We have a box of that pot of gold.
Oh
We
yeah.
have we got a box of Ferrero Rochers, and then we still have a bunch of like little chocolates from the advent calendars. It's in like a big jar.
Oh, you just put it all in a jar.
So yeah, there's a lot.
Wait, question.
Yeah.
Your box of pot of gold. Is it? Are there sewing things in there?
Oh, you're thinking about the cookies.
Because I've seen. Okay, my family has used those boxes for various uses. So I've definitely seen a pot of gold as something else, like crackers are in there rather than the chocolates.
Okay, yeah, I think you're thinking of that like blue tin, right?
Oh yeah, the cookies,
The
the
round one, yeah. But the our pot of gold is just like that cardboard rectangle box.
oh,
And I know what you mean. We also had sewing stuff in the cookie tin too.
because I know we had the pot of gold. I think also comes in like a tin.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, so that's where we put our crackers, even at our house.
You're like, oh, chocolate. Oh, crackers.
It's pretty disappointing.
Wah, wah.
Yeah.
But oh, I went to this. There's this one like little Korean grocery store that I've been eyeing in town. So I went there for the first time just because we were like in the area. It's quite nice. I got a big thing of kimchi,
Wait, where is it?
like by the McDonald's. You know that
Oh,
little?
by Kuma Noodle.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So I got some kimchi. I got some dried seaweeds. Some dried mushrooms. And I got one of those really cool, you know those Korean like stone pots, the black ones?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I got one of those. I want to make some yummy Korean things.
That'd be exciting. Sorry, I'm really
Yes.
distracted by my one curl that's deciding not to join the rest of the fam.
Just like smoosh it.
I'm trying.
Smoosh. Smoosh it.
Like, look, it's why? My hair's
That's
just
worse
growing.
now.
Oh, that's
You
weird.
need to get one of those little like kawaii headbands, like with the cat ears or something, so you can just go like
It's just my
expose your
hair.
forehead.
I think it's like my hair is growing and my perm is going.
You gotta get repermed, boy.
Oh my gosh, yeah, might have to.
So how was your week? I'm distracted
It's
by your hair
completely
now. I'm just staring at your hair.
Cut you off. First off, cute. Like that Korean store is really nice. We actually can get we actually bought like when we have hot pot, we actually buy. They actually sell like sliced meat.
Oh, I didn't
So
see
that's where
that
we get
there.
it. Yeah, it's in the
Ooh.
frozen aisle.
I should try.
Yeah. How's my week? My week was chaotic, and you know some of it already. So in BC, school is delayed till the 10th. And so our school told us to come on site to prep for like some safety and health things, prep our stuff just in case we might have to go online, whatever the case is. So they had asked us to go on site. So I'm like, okay, I'll leave. We start on Tuesday on the 4th, so I'll leave on the Sunday before. And so my mind's all ready to go. You know when you like set your mind on something and you're ready to go, you're like, okay, we're gonna do it. You mentally prepare yourself and it doesn't work out and then you're just like, ugh. So
It's
that's
so
basically what happened to
frustrating.
me. On Sunday, all the ferries were closed because there was high, like really, really bad winds. It was apparently 70 to 90 kilometers per hour.
Like I got your Snapchat and you said they were all canceled. I was like, wait, all of them?
Yeah, all of them. And so then I was
Wow.
like, well, all my stuff is packed. So I'm going to go back home and unpack stuff. Because I'm not going to, it was like, I was planning to take the 3. So it was like pretty early in the day, like afternoon. So I wasn't going to just sit there and do nothing.
Yeah.
So I like unpacked my computer and everything, whatever. Anyways, so then Monday comes around, and I was really tired, and I was on the ferry, and I was like, I'll just sleep. But then I actually ran into a friend I haven't talked to for a long time, and I was like, oh, I haven't talked to you in a long time, but I really want to sleep. But I just talked to her the whole time and caught up with her, which is nice. But I was just like,
That's good.
ugh. And I took an
Yeah.
Uber for the first time.
In Victoria?
No, Vancouver.
Oh, Vancouver, yeah. I was like, wait.
Um, took an Uber for
How
the
was
first
it?
time. It was good. The person
How?
was like straight up at the beginning was like, "Would you like a quiet ride or would you like a chat?" And I'm like, "Quiet, please." I'm like,
That's so
"Thank you." I
nice.
know.
Wow.
And then 15 minutes in, I was just kind of like resting my eyes. And then 15 minutes in, a rock hit his windshield and cracked it. It was like across his
Oh
windshield.
no.
And I was like on high alert mode ever since then.
What are the odds that that happened?
I
That
know.
sucks.
And so then I was like, oh no, shoot, I'm so sorry this happened. So it's okay. Like, it's not, like, it's just, we just gotta fix it. But I remember just like I'm like, we're gonna die, we're gonna die, we're gonna die. Like,
So you said that was your first time using Uber?
that's my first time. Yeah.
Would you do it again?
Yeah, it's so convenient. It's so much cheaper than a taxi.
Taxis are ridiculous. Like, so
Like,
expensive.
it costs, I think, $40 for me to go from the ferry to my place, which is around like a 40-ish minute drive.
Yeah. I think if I remember correctly, back in the clubbing days, when I used to cab home from downtown, I think it was like 30 or $40 just to get back to my place from downtown.
Your place is not that far, right?
It wasn't even that far, but just like taxis are so expensive.
And it's like getting, I think, probably way more expensive now.
Oh, do you remember? Because I remember taking Uber in LA and they had an option for Uber Pool.
Yeah.
Is that an option still?
I think so. Yeah, I think so. But I was like, I'll just go by myself.
It's probably not good for COVID. I don't know.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just say something. Oh, when you talk about taxis, I remember one time I took a taxi in Victoria, and they took like the longest route possible. And I wonder, like, if you're a tourist, that's fine because you don't know anything. But I'm just sitting there, just
Yeah.
like, I know what you're doing.
I know. Man, that's such a slime ball move. Like,
Slime ball move.
such a slime ball.
Yeah.
Man. I don't think
Yeah.
they've ever done that to me. Or I was too drunk to know. I don't know. Clubbing. Sit in the back of the cab like, oh.
Oh, where we going? What?
Take me to McDonald's? Yeah.
So, okay, I took the Uber home. I got home and I was like, okay, time to grocery shop because I need to stock up with stuff. I had nothing in my place. I go to my car
Oh.
and it was dead.
Oh no.
It was so dead that when I put my key in, you know when you put your key in, you like twist it, and you can hear the doors unlock.
Yep.
I couldn't hear it, and I was like,
You weren't even here for that long.
2 weeks. So
That's
then
weird.
I'm like, okay. I was like, at first that kind of threw me off. I'm like, oh, maybe I just didn't hear it, maybe because I'm kind of deaf. And then so I sat in, I put the key into the ignition, and I turn it, and none of the lights turn on because usually like you can just turn on the lights of the system, right? And I was just like, turn, and nothing happened. I'm like, and I remember just like sitting there. I put my hands on the steering wheel, just like.
So how did you get it to? Who did you call?
Okay, so I called one of my friends. He's a car mechanic, and so he luckily was able to help me start it up. But I wanna continue the story because it just kind of gets worse. Because Catherine knows I just had like a tough 2 days because everything just kind of went wrong. So then I was just like, okay, it's okay. It'll be fine. It'll get fixed. I don't have to go to Costco today. I don't have to go to Costco today. I can go tomorrow. So then I call my dad and say, hey, my car died again. And it's frustrating because this literally happened the same time last year. Like, same January, my car battery died. I was like, I just got my battery changed last year. It can't just
That's
die so easily.
weird.
I
Yeah.
know. And so then what did I do? I went to eat lunch. I went to treat myself at a really good little individual hot pot place. So when you come over, I'll bring you. It's like really close to my place. It's really good. I was like, you know what? This is a good lunch. I'm good. I'm all like zen now. I'm like, you know what? I've eaten. I'm not hangry. Whatever. And then I get a call from the admin, and they're like, Josh, just let you know that we decided to cancel all on-site meetings, so you can stay in Victoria for longer if you like. And I remember just like the bill came, and she just put it. Oh, here's your bill, and I just like. I just see her to go like straight forward.
Poor waiter. She's like, what did I do?
And I was just like, they give you like dessert, so I got ice cream and I finished my last thing, and I'm just like, I know my tummy's gonna hurt from this ice cream after. And I
You
sat,
have a
sat there.
lactose pill?
No,
You
I
sat there
didn't.
in lactose pain.
And so I had that like I paid for the bill. I like called my dad, and I was like, Dad, guess what? He was like, did your beanies get canceled? I'm like, yeah. Like, I was just like screaming, and then he was just like, you are very unfortunate. And I was like, you know what, Dad? I'm your son. And so then I like walked home with pain in my tummy. So fast forward. My friend comes to check on my car. He's like, yeah, your car's like really dead. He's like, somehow your battery drained, but like all your lights are turned off. We don't know what's going on. It might be something you have to deal with later. And so I'm like, ugh, okay. So he brings this like giant like booster pack. He's like, okay, I'm just gonna like put it to your battery and you can start your car. So my car was so dead that it didn't work. And so we had to. Well, I didn't have booster cables, so we went to buy some, and he had to put boost by putting his cables on his car to my car with the booster pack attached to my battery.
So it was
So
real
then-
dead.
Yeah, double boost, and then it turned on.
Your poor car.
I know it's been through
It's
a lot.
still a new. It's like a relatively new car too. Like
It's 2016. It's pretty. That's not
Like-
bad.
my car is a 2009, and it's never done that.
So like I have like the booster pack here just in case, because like we don't know if it's gonna die, but basically maybe because it was so cold and my parkade is open, right? So maybe it just froze to death. But anyways, it's just so frustrating. And Robin, that's the name of my car. Robin's just needy.
Robin.
Robin's just needy. Robin's spelled ROBHYNNE.
Wait, what? ROBH?
ROBHYNNE. The H
so
and Y
extra.
are kind of silent.
Oh my, that's like how the millennials are like spelling their kids' names or adding just all these extra letters.
So yeah, so that was my 2 weeks, and I texted you, and you were like,
I just laughed. I was like,
you were like,
of
you said,
course.
Josh can't have nice things, and it made me triggered so badly.
I just, because it was just like, of course it happened to you. Of course, all this stuff.
Of course, me.
Is that coffee?
Yeah,
Starbucks?
I got for Christmas, I got like $250 worth of Starbucks gift cards.
I swear you have like $800 in Starbucks stuff now. Like, didn't you?
It's funny because I think it's because I bring this mug to work, so I think all the kids think I drink Starbucks all the time.
So, can I come to work with you and with a Starbucks mug? Maybe they'll buy me Starbucks.
You're like, oh, here's my friend Kathy. You're like, oh, hey, how's it going, guys?
Just standing there holding it like this.
Just like slightly above your height too.
I think it would be so fun to come to work with you as like a TA or something. I'll just sit there and mark things.
You should. I hope one day you can, because okay, one time Sauce came to visit, and I'm still holding my cup. And one time Sauce came to visit, and he just walked out of the room when I yelled at the kids, so he missed angry Mr. Poon.
I want to see that.
But he was saying how I'm so different in front of the kids. Yeah.
Also, I want to meet your kids because they all sound really fun.
You think they sound fun when they're making fun of me? How
I'll be in the
dare
back
you.
like, oh yeah.
Yeah, make fun of Mr. Poon. Get him. 1 point for students.
I'll be in the back like throwing paper airplanes at you.
I was gonna say something. I posted something on Instagram on my Instagram, and Tim Hortons asked to use my photo.
Wait, let me look. That's crazy.
Yeah, so my newest one. I know.
I saw the cup and I was going to say something about the cup, but I didn't.
One of my students said Mr. Pooh was Tim Hortons because I think they think I drink Starbucks all the time.
Make sure they don't watch the podcast because they'll be like, oh, he's a fraud.
Starbucks
Is that-
or Tim Hortons, if you would like to sponsor us, whoever asked first.
Or
Sorry.
McDonald's. Just saying.
That is true. That is true. But
Oh,
yeah,
that's
so
so
like my
cool.
latest post,
Tim Hortons. I'm
I
looking at it right
know.
now.
Timmy Hose.
Timmy Ho Ho.
Okay, we love Timmy Hortons.
I like how Sherry's like, sponsor him.
I texted Sherry. She was like, I manifested this for you.
Wait, I can't remember. I asked you this a while ago. Tim Hortons or Starbucks, and you said, what did you say? Or was it Tim Hortons and McDonald's?
Is that because we had Tim Hortons and McDonald's that one time?
And what did you say?
I said McDonald's, but I think it was because of nostalgia.
Oh, yeah.
In terms of Tim Hortons and Starbucks, I think Tim Hortons is nostalgia too because Catherine and I and our friends used to go there Friday nights, and we used to play card games and stuff. Do you remember that?
Oh my god, we'd stay there till like 1 or 2 in the morning.
We literally played Big Two until like 2.
Hours. Like hours.
And we just talked the whole time. It was so fun, and I miss doing that.
Man. I would not be able to do that now. I'd be asleep at like 11.
11, you're like, I'm out.
Tap out, guys.
Tap out. But yeah, so the car's all good now, I think. I went for a drive the other day. The only issue is that my place is on kind of like, so there's a garage, you know my place, and there's a little uphill up of the garage and a little uphill up. My car struggled to get up that hill.
Do you have winter tires?
No.
Oh, John. I mean, that's
Because,
fair.
like,
That's where we live. It never snows, really.
I know, and
Yeah.
like I was gone when the the snow came, right? So
Yeah.
I don't, and then the snow's probably gonna disappear in like 2 weeks.
Yeah. There's no point.
Anyway, so we'll see if I can get to work.
You're going to be using Uber more.
Can you imagine? I mean, I might have to.
Yeah.
I might have to.
I mean, it's cheap. So.
Hey everyone! Hope you're enjoying this episode and our podcast so far. Make sure to check us out on our other social media platforms. We're also on Instagram and TikTok at RiceWashed Podcast. And make sure to follow and subscribe so you don't miss out on any future episodes.
Yeah. Okay. So today's episode is something that we all deal with, I think. The topic of pet peeves. Before we started this episode, I had asked Catherine how many she had on her list, and she had a lot more than I did.
I have 9.
I had like 3, but I think I'll remember pet peeves as we talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you want to do this? Should we just like one at a time and then we kind of just go off each other?
Yeah. We can just talk about it and stuff.
Okay, I have one.
Okay.
This is probably my top pet peeve.
Oh, your top one.
My top
Okay.
out of my 3.
Wait, let me try and guess it.
Okay.
Oh, what could it be? Would it be something about like noises? But you're kind of deaf, so maybe not. Food, maybe?
It might be noises, but you're kind of deaf.
Food? No. I don't know. Music? Something to do with music. Maybe.
Okay,
That's my guess. Okay.
my top pet peeve is tardiness or lateness.
Ah.
I hate when I'm late because I feel bad for people waiting for me. So I really try to be on time with things.
You get the late anxiety.
Yeah. However, what bothers me to the extreme is because I know that I'm generally a pretty punctual person. Is when people are late all the time. And they don't feel bad about it. That's what ticks me off. So, like, let's say, Catherine is late once in a while to whatever. Like, it happens, right? Like, life happens. Maybe there's traffic. Maybe you slept in. But if you're consistently late, that is a choice. And so I remember when we
understand
had choir and we had certain people, you know who you are. I know you're listening to this podcast. Who are always
Call
late.
them out. Oh.
I am. Who are always late. Never said sorry. No. That is just disrespectful.
I get that.
No shame to my friends in Vancouver. You're listening to this. I know you are as well. But a lot of people at my church here are always late. And it bothers me because I'm like, so what's the point of having a start time if we don't start on time?
Yeah, and that's just like late to the services.
Late to service, late to parties, late to dinners, late. So let me tell you a story. I'm not going to say any names, but you know who you are. One time, we had a party that started at 6 o'clock. Okay? We decided to carpool because saving money. And I was kind of like, okay, it's in Richmond, so it's kind of around like half an hour, 40-minute drive. I wanted to drive myself because then I could just leave myself whenever.
Yeah.
But, I was like, you know what? It's okay. We'll carpool. So I said, hey, why don't we leave around like 5:15 so we have enough time to like get in. So my friend, I just stared at the camera. My friend comes at 5:15 and he was like, oh, I need to go grab the church's chicken because I haven't ordered it yet. And I was like,
Oh my goodness. Really?
what? And so he's like, it's okay, it'll be quick. It took like 20 minutes. So it's like 5:35. Like, you know what? Being like 15 minutes late, I think it's okay. Like 15-ish is like kind of the extent of it. And then we go, and then we had to pick somebody else up. And they're like, oh, wait, I need some more time. So they come out at like 6 o'clock.
So everyone is just late.
Yeah. So then we start driving around like 5:50 or something. We get into the highway, there's traffic. I'm already just like sitting in the front, just like
Fuming. Because
fuming.
you're late.
And then we get a call from someone else saying, hey, can I get a ride too? Like, hey, let's go pick them up. So we went to pick them up. Then we had to go to the liquor store to grab things for the party, the host of the party, which is fine. We get there at like 7:30.
And the party started at 6. I'm getting anxious just thinking about this.
So I go in and I'm just like, I'm so sorry we're late, so sorry. Because I feel bad. I actually feel bad because they always started, they're like drinking and like eating, like maybe wait for us to eat, right? That's the thing.
Yeah.
Like, and I think like if a party starts at 6, I usually assume that we start eating at 6:30, right? And so like I just feel really bad, and maybe just that's how I was raised. But I'm just like, I don't understand. I talk a lot with my fingers like this, like just people like I just feel bad for people waiting. That's it.
Yeah.
That's my number one pet peeve.
That's a good one, actually. I didn't even think of that one.
Is
It's
that not
funny
part of
you
your
say-
list?
No. It's funny you say that because there's this like thing that Filipinos are known for. It's called Filipino time.
I've
And so
heard about
they're
this.
known for always being late too for parties. Like never show up on time. They're always late. Yeah. I also get kind of late anxiety too. Like if I'm late for stuff, I'm just like, oh my god, oh god, oh god, oh god.
So like my question is, who's usually late, you or Derek?
I'd say it's even.
Because I know people who are like opposite spectrum, where some people are
Yeah.
like, let's be on time. Some people are like, I'm gonna take my time. But I have people who are like, they're both on time all the time, whatever.
Actually, no, I think Derek's more. Sorry.
Exposed.
Sorry. I generally, so if I say, oh, I'll be here at this time, I'm generally there at that time,
Yeah.
usually. I try
So,
to be.
to my friends who listen to this, I don't hate you. I love you. However, it's just something that bothers me.
Yeah. I understand that. I totally get that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, what's yours? What is your pet
mine?
peeve?
Let me just pull up my list again. My phone closed. So they're not really in any kind of order. I was just like lying in bed this morning, just like typing
What do I hate?
what pisses me off? So the first one I have on this list is people who don't hold their speed on the highway. Because I drive on the highway a lot, and so you get these people. They'll be going like 70 or 80, and you're just like, okay, you're going slow. So you'll go to pass. So, but either when you go to pass them, they speed up to like 90. Or like, yeah, you'll pass them and then they'll drive and they'll speed up to 100, pass you, and then drive in front of you, and then go slow again. Like, just pick a speed because you're constantly playing like tag on the highway trying to like pass.
I like wonder if those people do it on purpose. Like they're like, "Oh, you passed me. I'm just gonna piss you off."
Like, why? Like, just pick a speed. Or they're clueless. I don't know.
It's funny because in Vancouver, it's like literally the opposite. It's that everyone just speeds.
I feel like I'd rather have that.
Yeah, because you can just go with the flow, right?
Yeah.
It's funny because I love driving on the highway because that's where my street racing driving genes kick on. Like
Yeah.
my parents used to street race. For those who don't know, they're really cool, and I'm not. But when I used to drive the Poonmobile, the Poon van, whenever someone passed me on the highway, I'm just like,
angry.
and this like van, right, full of like, you know, all of us. I'm just like, get out of the way.
I remember you drove us to, was it Parksville once?
Yeah.
We got there so fast. The van full of,
Don't expose me like this on the internet.
I was like, because I was like drugged up on gravel because car sickness. So I was like
Yeah.
asleep. I woke up. I was like, oh, we're here.
I think I remember on the way back, it was like 2 times faster because no one was on the highway. So I just went straight down the left lane, and then we woke up and you're like, oh, we're here.
Over here.
Oh.
So speedy.
Yeah, I don't. People, I think drivers in general, I just like either you follow the rules or get off the road. Like, I don't know.
Just don't drive.
Just don't drive. Okay. My next one is high egos.
Ooh, you're picking like very like what is the word? Personality-wise ones. Mine are like that.
Can
you're
you
going
tell that
deep.
I'm judgmental?
You're so judgy.
Well, these okay. I have other ones that are kind of like specific things,
Yeah.
but like generally, high egos bother me because I'm just like, who do you think you are? Like, it just makes me like, I know that these high egos come from insecurity. Like, I know that,
Yeah.
but it's just kind of like it just bothers me. It's just like, why do you have to put people down or have to tell people that you're the best or whatever?
I agree. Oh my god. Now that I think about it, that really pisses me off. I'm getting mad. I'd be so pissed off by the end of this podcast.
Yeah, by the end of this, we're just like throwing things. Okay, like, it's just like I think just generally like if you're so like full of yourself, it's just like for me it like wait.
Dial it back.
Wait. It made me think about something. I am somebody who can read people really well. Like I can kind of understand the personality and get kind of like their motives pretty easily. And I think what makes me really interested is that I have friends or people that really admire certain people, like in our friend group. But I don't like them. Like I can tell through their BS, that person, and usually it tends to be people with high egos.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways.
That's interesting. I totally get that though. You're just like, why did you have to say that? That was totally unnecessary.
Yeah, it's just like cool.
Cool.
Like sometimes when people like, I have some friends who are really smart, right? Like to be fair, but sometimes they just say things that are kind of just inconsiderate, and I'm sure I do too. But I'll just be like, "That's cool."
I know. Yeah, I know people like that too. I'm just like, why? I also don't have a problem in like shutting them down either. Like, all right, cool it.
Yeah, no, it's true. Yeah.
Knock you down a pedestal a little bit because you're not the main character here.
I'm also not the main character, but I want to be.
Main character energy.
Yeah, I'm like the like protagonist best friend or something.
Yeah, like the side, like the almost like the comedic relief as well.
Yep, that's
Yeah.
true.
Yep.
Okay, what's your next one?
Oh, okay. My phone keeps shutting down. Next one is okay. So these ones kind of tie in back to when I used to work as a cashier. So there's a couple. So when they're paying with cash, they don't hand you the cash. They like throw it on the counter. Like, that pissed me off so bad. Like, if I was in a good mood, fine, I'll pick it up. Yeah, whatever. But if I was in a bad mood, like, oh my god. I wanted to, like, just, like, do the same thing. Just, like, throw it back at them, like, they're
That's
changed.
what I was to say. Throw it back at them.
Oh, but I was like, no, don't do that. It's just so rude.
It's rude. Yeah. It's rude.
It's so rude. Especially when there's change everywhere and it just flies everywhere.
You're like...
Yeah.
It reminded me of something because when I used to work at a bubble tea place, people had to pay by going up to the till or to the cashier, right? And there'd be people who would just be like flagging bills in the air and just like throwing them on the table or like snapping at me.
Ooh.
Oh, I remember one time someone was just like, "Bill, please."
Did you ever purposely ignore them?
No, I just said, "Was it?" They're like, "Bill, please," and I said, "You pay up here." Like just straight up, like no.
Yeah, just pay here.
No time for that.
Yeah.
Like, bring the bill up here. And so it was
Gosh.
kind of like, ugh. Oh.
There's another one that kind of ties into the cashiering as well, as people when they go through the till and they're on the phone. So they're like half paying attention.
Yeah.
It's like, hello, I'm helping you. Pay attention to me.
So let's say I'm at the grocery store and you're calling me. I just hit my thing really hard with my phone. You're calling me and I have like I'm at the till. Usually I'm like, hey, can you wait a second? And I like mute and then I just
Yeah. Yeah. I remember that happened quite a bit when I was a cashier, and I would just like legit not say anything to the person. I would like check their items out and just give them their receipt and not say anything.
actually now that I think about it, I think every time I had to interact with somebody, like whether it's me buying something or like at the grocery store, I do like if I'm on the phone with somebody, I do pause. Or even if I'm listening to music, I take my earphones out.
Yeah, that's like it's like a courtesy.
But I think a lot of people don't. I think a lot of people just kind of keep their earphones in and just be like,
Yeah. Yeah.
don't know, it's
So
really
I
weird.
just was just like, okay, if you're not going to talk to me, I'm not going to talk to you. That's fine.
That's fine. Okay, bye.
Bye.
Okay, I wrote something down that's kind of tied into what I said earlier. Entitlement.
Okay.
Yeah, so kind of, I guess, kind of similar. Like, there's people who think they deserve everything or they deserve the best treatment or they deserve whatever. It's very interesting to see that in the kids nowadays, though.
Oh, because especially where you work.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's very interesting. It's like, for example, let's see. Actually, I'm not going to say anything because I don't...
Yeah, that's fair.
Let's move on.
I get that.
Okay, I have a specific one. I have a specific, just like a smaller one. Catherine.
Yeah. Is it about me? What'd you say about me?
Catherine. I hate
Oh, you hate.
when people respond to my messages with a thumbs up. You know,
This is a long-term one. This has been going on for a while.
Catherine, when I send a heartfelt message to people or just like wondering how people are or just checking in with people and they give me a thumbs up, why did I bother putting in the time and the heart to send you a message?
Yeah. That's just like, why? You couldn't have taken like an extra 10 seconds to type something out.
Be like, even if it's just like, hey, thanks so much for the message, I'll talk to you later, or whatever. Not just, and the worst thing is the Facebook one, because you can just click the thumbs. I know that you didn't put no effort into that. I know
Yeah.
you just click the button.
Clicked it.
I don't know if they listen to this, but there's the person that triggered this for me, and how dare you?
I do it to you as a joke now.
I know if you're a close friend of mine and you do that, I know you're doing it on purpose. Once in a while, Daniel accidentally does it. He said, "I'm so sorry."
Oh, he doesn't
He
mean any
knows.
harm.
Yep.
Triggered. That's
Triggered.
triggering. Every time I see a thumbs up, I'm like, ooh.
I'm gonna send this to Josh.
Not that it triggers me. It's just I know it. Okay. There's three that are kind of tied into the same kind of umbrella of pet peeves.
What is
About
that?
like clothing. So the first one, when you're wearing like a sock and a shoe and then your sock kind of falls down your foot. And it's like halfway down your foot in your shoe.
Yeah.
And especially if you're wearing like boots or something, and it's not very easy. Like pull it
You gotta
back
get
up.
your
So
whole hand into the boot to
you're,
get a
you're
sock.
walking around with like a sock, like stabbing your foot. When you're wearing a shirt underneath another shirt, and then the sleeves of the shirt underneath it like bunch up when you're trying to put it on.
I love how specific this is.
And the other one is this is just like something I can't stand, but I can't stand when things are like too close to my neck, like clothing.
Oh, like tight on your neck.
Yeah, so like I've bought sweaters before, and I've returned them because like you can feel it like against your neck, and I cannot stand that. Because, like,
Wait, do you not like turtlenecks then?
no, I can't stand turtlenecks.
Oh,
I can't. Like it feels like I'm being suffocated.
that's so interesting.
Like, you know, in band when we had to wear the collared shirts with a tie like this,
Yeah.
like I could. No.
I thought you were gonna say the neck strap of your instrument.
Oh no, that's fine.
Yeah, you just didn't wear it. You just held it the whole time.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's just like, ugh. My throat's really tight thinking about it now.
I didn't know that. Wow. Wait.
Yeah.
So when you sleep, like with your blankets, do you just like put it like here?
Yeah, it's never like up here. Well, blankets generally aren't like super constricting. They're usually kind of like light, you know? But yeah, it's just like, otherwise I'm just like, get off me.
I can just see you lying in your bed, just like this, and then the blanket's just like here, and you're like,
Is there something wrong with that?
I think it's so funny.
Well, how do you sleep? Are you just like kind of
No,
like
you
tucked
you know
in
I
or-
sleep fetal position.
Oh, right.
Yeah, that's why I have a single bed.
That's why you don't need a giant bed.
I cannot imagine a day where I get like a queen size. I'm just like, what do I do with this all this room?
I feel like you would only sleep on like a third of the bed, like on the one side.
I just get a bed sheet that covers 1/4 of the bed. Those are oddly specific.
Mm-hmm.
So does it bother you, like, if you see people with like?
No, it doesn't
Tight.
bother me. I do think like, wow, I wish I could do that. Like if you come in wearing a turtleneck, I'll be like, wow, that's nice. Good for him.
Can you wear a scarf?
I never wear scarves actually. Maybe that's why.
Can you try one on right now? Can you trigger yourself right now?
I don't even have a scarf here to try. Like
Wait. Question. Do you know what I used to like choke you with your hair, like by bringing your hair around? Did that trigger it?
I don't think so. Because that was just like a temporary thing. Also, you never actually choke. It was just kind of like a gentle one.
I wonder. I don't know why that just popped up. In my head. Yeah. I don't. Do I have clothing pet peeves? I don't think I do.
Also, another one for me is that like I can't like my clothing has to be comfortable in order for me to wear it. Like if there's one thing about it that's uncomfortable, I will not.
Interesting.
Like say, trying to think. I have this one cardigan that would never sit right. It would always just kind of like fall back,
Yeah.
and I would have to constantly pull it up. And I think I wore that once, and then I never wore it again because I was like, this is really annoying.
You just
Yeah.
get tailored.
I don't know what it was. I think it was too big. That's why I just kept like falling backwards. Or like if like something is itchy on the waistband of my pants or something. I cannot.
Okay, so I thought about this. I'm very picky with socks. Like I feel like I never really own like fuzzy socks or like really warm socks. I just don't like how it feels, like
You don't
my
like the
toes.
softness?
I don't know. Okay, so,
So wait,
when
so
I
what kind of
wear
socks do you usually wear? Like just cotton?
so I usually wear like dress socks.
Oh.
Or even when I do like sports, I just wear the ankle socks or whatever. But I like really don't like really having my feet really, really, really warm. Maybe that's why.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
So like the other day, I was wearing these like thicker socks that I got, and I was just like, I feel like my foot is feeling weird. I don't know.
Do you feel
maybe
like
it's
you're
me.
suffocating? Do you get claustrophobic in your feet? Because I get that.
Really?
Yeah. Also, I'm wearing fuzzy socks right now. I wear them all the time.
I'm literally barefoot right now.
I just, my feet get so cold. But like, yeah, foot claustrophobia is a thing.
What?
Like sometimes I'll get super aware of my feet, and like if I'm wearing like tighter shoes, you know, when you kind of sometimes can't move your toes a lot in shoes, I'll get like
Yeah.
super aware of that, and then I just get like, I have to take my shoe off.
Okay, listeners, this is a thing. I've never heard of this before.
My coworker also mentioned that too. She was like, I always have to be wearing like sandals or something because half the time my feet get like claustrophobic. I was like, it's not just me.
Okay, wait. So when you go to sleep with the blanket not over your neck,
I'm
so
also
like
wearing
when
my fuzzy socks.
when I go to sleep, and if let's say I'm trying to sleep with my back, my feet had to be covered, but not like wrapped.
Oh,
Like-
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
it feels weird if I wrap my feet.
Yeah. That's funny. I'm the opposite because I do the thing where I'll like tuck the blanket under my feet so it's like a cocoon almost. I'll like lift my feet up so the blanket goes under and I'll slam it down so the blanket like
I just
cocoons
want
under
to
me.
know if there's actually a psychological thing behind it.
I'm sure there is.
You know what I mean?
Am I messed up? Maybe.
Anyways, this is so weird. Okay. Hey, listeners. I hope you've been enjoying our episode so far. Make sure to check out our YouTube channel at RiceWashed Podcast to see our video episodes as well as other fun videos like games and other fun content in the future. Make sure to subscribe, to like, and to turn on that notification bell. Okay, is it my turn? Wait, your turn. You just said clothing, right?
Yeah.
Okay, my next one. Mansplainers.
You're doing all the good ones.
Okay, so the thing is, yes, males are part of my gender crew. Okay, and I know a lot of my friends, unfortunately, specifically girls, who had to deal with mansplaining. You don't know what mansplaining is? Basically, it's when a man just feels like the need to explain something to a girl just because either they think that they are inadequate or they don't know what they're doing.
It's making my blood boil thinking about this.
Is that a good definition of it?
That's very good, yeah.
And because I complain, a lot of my friends complain to me about that kind of stuff. It's kind of like I kind of am more aware of it, and I know that sometimes I might do that, but I try not to.
I feel
And
like that's like very rare that you do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Usually, I've learned to try to give feedback and give advice when people ask for it, rather than just saying it. But anyways, so I have a lot of friends who do mansplain, and it like pisses me off now because I think a lot of my friends deal with that, and I do like stand up against it. Like,
That's good.
yeah, it's like no good. I know what I'm doing.
It's so
Like-
annoying.
Have you ever had like experiences with that?
I'm trying to think. Definitely, yeah. What did I do? That's just kind of like, okay, I get it. I knew that already. Thanks, bye.
It's just so. I think it's just so dumb. Like
I've heard
for-
of a lot
yeah.
more. Like it hasn't really happened to me a lot, but I've like online you read a lot about it.
Yeah,
I'm just like, ugh.
it's like I think like some of my friends are in like our school right now, and they would have like a male partner in doing a lab or whatever, and then they would just explain something to them that they already know, just because they didn't ask for. Like, you know what I mean? It's just I think mansplaining is more of like just giving advice without them asking, or just telling them, hey, you should be doing this. Like, no, I
Yeah.
know.
It's
I
also
know.
the way they explain it too. It's just kind of like it's the ego in the explanation as well.
Yeah.
Like you can explain something to a person and be like nice about it, but it's just with mansplaining. It's just.
But
like,
the thing
no.
is, like, but the thing is, like, don't give advice unless someone asks for it, right? Like, you don't need to have this huge ego of yourself that you know everything and then explain everything to somebody that maybe they already know. Like, they don't, and they might even know more than you.
unsolicited advice.
Oh, and the worst thing is when I think it's hilarious, but when people like like kind of like flustered when someone knows more than them or like tells them off. I'm just like, why do you feel like, why is it bad that this person's smarter than you or this person's better than you?
That's definitely like an insecurity thing.
It is, and it's just
You
like
should respect
yeah.
that person because they have knowledge.
exactly like for example, like I for sure know that I don't know much about science stuff or medical stuff, right? Like I just know the bare minimum. I know the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. Thank you.
Very good, very good.
But like other than that, I know like for example, if I have a medical question, I'm not gonna like try to explain this medical thing to somebody because I don't know anything about it. But I'm aware I don't know anything about it. Same thing
That's
with cars,
good.
right? I don't know much about cars, and so I will literally either call my dad, ask my friends, what do I need to do? I have no clue. But maybe that's because I'm like more self-aware.
You're self-aware and you're humble,
Yeah, maybe.
which is, I
Yeah.
think, what a lot of men need is more humility and less ego.
It's a cultural thing.
They have the audacity. Men have
The
so much audacity.
audacity.
Is
Yeah.
real.
So for
I
my
read so many
friends,
stories. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
so for my friends who are listening, be more self-aware of the things you're saying.
And be more humble.
Be more humble.
It's more attractive. But I just read like when I'm just on like Instagram or like TikTok or something, you hear so many stories of men mansplaining periods to women. It's just like ridiculous. Like some of them think, oh, like a period lasts for a whole month, and he was trying to like explain this to the girl. Or one guy was like, oh, why can't you just like hold it in? Just like, excuse me. Let me just clench and hold it in.
So you're saying, if you're bleeding, why don't you just hold it in?
Just hold it in.
Like, oh no, it's bleeding, just hold it in.
Yeah. Just like,
Oh,
my-
you have an open wound, just hold it in.
All right, let me just, yeah, sure.
Oh, sorry.
My bad. My bad.
Yeah. So. Yeah.
Mansplaining. This is why I don't hang out with men generally.
Well, I'm gonna write another. I just saw one. I'm gonna write on my list. You go to the next
yes.
one.
Okay, my next one. When you step on a piece of rice that's on the ground and it gets stuck to your foot. This is just like a common Asian thing. All the rice.
Like the
You
worst
smell
one is
rice
on your
sometimes.
sock, right?
Yeah, and I'm always wearing socks.
Yeah.
It gets smushed to my sock, and you have to like peel it out, and your sock gets all gross.
Wait. Okay. I know this is kind of related, but not. Wet socks.
Ooh.
Hate it.
Ooh, I
Like-
saw a video a few days ago of someone purposely wearing socks going and stepping in a puddle.
No.
I was like, why? Why?
Because, like, the worst is, like, let's say you're walking and you're outside and it's raining, and then your toes get wet. I'm uncomfortable for the rest of the time.
But you have Vessies now, so that is a thing of the past.
I have Vessies now, and
You Vessies.
also boots.
You're ready.
I'm
You're
ready.
prepared.
Okay, so I wrote this down. I just thought about it. People who, like, seek attention,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
like, who are super
like,
dramatic.
Like pick me people.
Pick me people?
They're called. So it's just like, it's just, I don't know if this shows up on your TikTok feed, but a thing that shows up on mine a lot is the pick me girls. So that it's kind of like what you were saying is that they do things to seek attention.
Oh, I never
Just
heard
like,
of that term.
pick me, notice me. Like, look what I'm doing.
I've never noticed that, actually.
Yeah, that's what it's called.
Okay, so for me, it's like people who over exaggerate everything.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of makes me kind of and maybe I definitely know that in the last couple of years I've become less patient and less what's the word? I don't know what the word is, but basically like less tolerant. Yeah, less
Yeah.
tolerant. And like, I don't want to say who it is, but there's somebody in my life who tends to like over dramatize events that happen in their life. And then I'm literally just like, but did this actually happen, or is this happening? And they're like, yeah, kind of, but it's not actually happening. So why did you need to say it like that? Like let's say you cut your hand with I don't know, you're cooking and you cut your hand. Like this person would be like, oh my gosh, I like sliced my hand open,
And it was just like a tiny cut in reality.
and I'm just like, I literally just like, you're fine. Like it's like, dude, just if it's not bleeding like crazy, just pouring it up, bandage it up, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
But it's like for me, it's like I wonder if it's a mixture of just like I'm being less tolerant, but also just like I'm just impatient with these people.
Yeah. Yeah, I get that. I understand that too. Because I know some people, I've noticed with some people, like, they'll like do something and then they'll kind of like stand there and look at you to see if you notice, and I'll just like keep doing it again just to see if you notice, just to get the attention. I don't know if you have people like that in your life.
Yes. Or people who just like say things out of the blue and you're like, what,
Why?
we weren't talking about that. Like, where did this come from? Like, they're
Oh,
just
people-
trying to get into the attention.
People that try and say like random things just to like get attention and be funny.
And I'm like, we're literally talking about like fries. You like want to talk about something else.
Gosh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you don't need, the tension doesn't have to be on you all the time,
No,
dude.
it
Like,
doesn't.
Just chill out.
Chill out, please.
I need to send you those pick me girl TikToks because they're really triggering.
Triggering.
They're
Okay,
very
do you have anything else on your list? Oh, you have many. I know you have many.
A lot of them. What else is there? These are just so random. So you know, like you're like getting home, you like take a bunch of stuff out of your car, your hands are full, you've got like your keys in one hand and you're trying to unlock the door and you drop your keys.
And then your world just shatters.
Because I feel like half the time you're already just like so done with the day. You're just like, okay, let's just go home. Unlock the door, keys drop. And you're just like,
Yep, I
It's
totally
just-
get it.
I think that's also the equivalent of like, say you're like super pissed off and you're just like going about your day and then your clothing gets snagged on like a doorknob or something. Just like
Yep.
one little thing that's just like,
It's funny
triggers
because
you.
usually that happens when someone asks me how stubborn I am, I explain to them I'm stubborn, and example of how stubborn I am is like if we have a lot of groceries, I try to do it all in one trip. And then because of that, your hands are full, and so you're just like, like trying to get the key into like the thing, and you drop it, and you're like, and then you have to like put all your stuff down to like grab the keys again and pick up all your groceries again. Yeah,
yep. We just want to be efficient. That's all it
I
is.
just want to be efficient. I'm just really impatient with myself. I'm very patient with people generally, but I'm very impatient with myself. Or I'm not really patient with my family though. But
Yes. Yeah.
that's
I'm the same.
different.
I'm the same. Family is different. They're an exception.
Yeah,
Do you have anything else?
I don't have anything else on my list here.
I have
about you?
one more. No offense to these people of this age, but the way that like preteens act, I'm sure you've experienced it too.
Yeah.
But they're just, I don't know what it is. They have the pick me energy, I think is what it is.
Yeah,
Like they're just always so loud, so obnoxious. Not all of them. Okay, no. Not all of them. Not all of you are like this. But just like some of them.
so it does bother me that they talk in like social media terms. If that makes sense, like they just keep adding these words to their vocabulary and just not talking like the regular human being.
Yeah. It's
Like,
like the way they talk and the words that they use, and then just how loud and like, ugh. Maybe I'm just getting old and I don't like
Maybe
loud
I was like, is this
noises.
how our parents felt when we grew up? You know what I mean? Like,
Maybe,
but I don't
yeah.
think we had that much like slang, like in
Not
our
really.
talking.
Especially like compared to what they have now.
Yeah,
Like, there's a lot now.
It's like
TikTok
I
and
feel
stuff.
like every sentence they use has some kind of worse slang word in it. Like they just have to use it.
I'm
But
imagining you
then,
sitting
yeah.
at, like, you at work, sitting at your desk, and the kids are just talking. You're just like, what?
No, literally, they know. Like literally, sometimes we're just like, what did you just say?
Is there one word that you've, like, recently learned? Are there any slang terms you've recently learned from your kids?
Sheesh.
Oh my gosh.
And for me, it's like I kind of get it, but also everyone uses it. Every time something happens, sheesh. I'm like, why don't you say, oh, whoa, it's crazy?
Sheesh.
Why do you just be like, okay,
Oh no.
cool. Right? And it's like everyone is hitting this like falsetto part of their voice.
And you're like, yes, hit that.
But like, I was just like, why do you always have to say it? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, this is kind of what I think. It's like when I was younger and we had this like YOLO or whatever, it would be more for comedic effect or just kind of like just saying it like in like on chat or like texting it rather than saying it out loud.
They're kind of saying it. It's not unironically. Is that the right
Yeah.
word for this? Yeah.
Yeah.
To the point where it's just
Over-excessively,
like,
maybe?
stop.
Yeah.
Please stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically me being at school, I'm just like, what? What do you say? What do you mean by the lyrics are fire? I don't
Lit.
understand.
The song
Lit.
slaps.
I think it's too old now, Catherine. That's still 20. Like,
Oh, am I dating
18.
myself? Oh
Yeah.
no. Oh dear. That's so 2018.
And you're like, oh, okay,
Oh,
sorry.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. So yeah, those are. Oh, do you have any more on your list? Sorry.
No, you had good ones. Yours were like actually like
Mine were just
qualities of-
literally judgmental, judging people's personalities.
you went deep. Deep.
Oh, I have a pet peeve. I just thought of one. I don't know why. When people, when we wash dishes, and like, I like when the dishes, because I have one side which is the soapy water, right, and one side where I rinse it. So generally, I always ask my family to put all the dishes either on the counter, or in the cleaning, like the cleansing side. So then I could fill out the soapy water side right away, and I could kind of like rinse off things, put them into the soapy water. But then when all the plates are everywhere, I'm just like, here we go, like take everything out of the sink.
Oh yeah, the unorganization. It just makes it so easier.
So much easier.
Streamlined.
You literally just put
Streamline
it,
it.
streamline it.
Streamline it.
Anyways, those are our pet peeves, and I hope that you resonated with some of those because I'm sure we have many. I haven't really thought about it really much. Yeah.
Something I learned today is that we just get pissed off about a lot of things. I am always just fuming.
One thing I learned is that we're getting old and tired,
Old
and
and crotchety and
less tolerant of people.
I think that's
which I-
good at the same time. People need to realize they're being annoying.
Call people out.
Yeah,
Do it in a loving way. You can do it. You can call people out in a loving way. That's fair.
that's true.
Sure.
Don't be rude.
If you have a pet peeve, why don't you leave a comment on our Instagram or YouTube, whatever the case is? We really want to interact with you, so please interact with us. Also, Spotify actually has Q&A, so if you go onto the Spotify, you can actually answer some questions that we leave on the episodes. We would love to hear what you think.
And feature your responses.
Yes.
On these episodes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So please do. We are really happy and excited for all your support that you guys have given us, and so hopefully in 2022, we want to hopefully incorporate you in some way, whether it is through your answers or questions. I want to do it, hopefully one day be big enough to do like a Q&A,
Oh,
like
that'd be fun. Goals.
mukbang,
Oh yeah. Yep.
whatever that's called.
Mukbang.
Mukbang. Make sure to follow us on Instagram, YouTube. Yeah, that's it.
Apple Podcasts.
Spotify.
And Spotify.
Oh, and others that we saw on our analytics. I don't know
So
where.
wherever else you guys are listening, I don't know where.
I don't know where. Make sure
Those
you
are
follow
the
us
people,
at
they're listening outside our windows. That's other. Hello?
Mom. Make sure you follow us, and yeah,
Thanks for listening.
we'll see you next week.
Good.
Bye.
Hey everyone! RiceWashed is on Patreon. Patreon is a space where we post bonus content and videos that you won't see on Spotify or YouTube. If you're interested in more content or simply want to support us, check it out. Link in bio. We'd also like to thank our patrons, Young and Aaron. Thank you guys so much for your support.